Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I was just wandering through the barn and caught our two piggies snuggled up together. I am going to see if I can turn a barn light on to get you a better view. So I'm going to walk away for a second, which may make them get up. So before I do that, let me just explain that, they've had their breakfast. They've probably been outside to do their business, and they are not cold, but the weather has turned a bit, right? It's a little bit chillier, and it's very breezy today. So they're just sleeping in this morning. They're enjoying their nap time. All right, let me pull you back. Let me see if I can turn the barn lights on without disturbing them. I don't know that they're going to cooperate, but we're going to try. Here we go. They did cooperate, at least for the moment. So there you go. Much better view. Myles and Olive. So I talked to you when I talked about the bucks about my rule of 3, right? Have 3 animals, so you never have a lonely animal. So you're going to say, well, why do you only have 2 pigs? The pigs are a little bit different. Pigs do bond with a buddy. They do form relationships. If you are going to have multiple pigs, as in more than 2, you really need to have more, 5, 6, because they will form cliques. They will form groups. They will not necessarily bond all amongst themselves to all of each other in the same way that the goats do as herd animals, or the donkeys will do, again, as a herd animal. Pigs are sort of all or nothing. So it took a long time for these 2 to bond together. I had Olive for about a year before we got Myles, and Myles lived alone for a year as well. They are the same age, so we were hoping that they would bond, but it probably took them about a year to really decide that they could be friends. And they weren't arguing with each other in any way, shape, or form. There were no fights. They just stayed separate, right? They recognized each other. It was kind of like passing in the hallway at work, right? You kind of nod to the person, maybe say hello, but you're not stopping by for coffee. About a year after we got Myles, so they were both going on 2.5, 3 years old, they became best buds, and they've been best buds ever since. And that's really what pigs do. So I'm happy they're the same age. They are not necessarily the same breeds, right? So Myles is a mix of a Juliana and a Potbelly, where Olive is a full Potbelly, but they remained about the same size. Their dimensions are different, their weights are different, but their heights and lengths are about the same, so that keeps them on equal footing. They're both spayed and neutered, of course, so there's no issue there. And my hope is, as they age together gracefully, we will not have mourning in the same sense, right? We've hopefully got a long time. Pigs are a long-lived animal. 20 plus years is not unheard of. In fact, it's rather normal. So they're teenagers, but they've got a long way to go yet. And I just thought it was adorable to see the 2 of them just totally relaxed, hanging with each other. They're grunting a bit at me and not at each other. It was perfectly silent, and that's why I looked to see what was going on over here. So there you go. There's a little bit of an update on piggies and why I break my rule of 3 to only have 2. And I hope I have them for many, many years to come, because I just love them to death. All right. I hope you are all doing well wherever you are in this world. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind. And I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.